Hello everyone, it's an exciting day. Today is MetaQuest 3 day. Now, it is actually the day after MetaQuest 3 day. I was expecting this to turn up yesterday, and it just never did. In fact, it didn't even turn up today. I had to go out and buy this one because I just don't know where my one is. So if at any point during this video another one of these appears, you know that I went out and did that for no reason, and now I have two. But I welcome you today to join me on unboxing the MetaQuest 3. We're going to unbox it, we're going to set it all up together so you can see what the process looks like. As soon as I can record what I'm seeing on the headset, you will also be able to see that too. And we'll go through that journey together. I'm also going to give you all my first impressions. This is sort of my first impressions review. And just to let you know, this video is also sponsored by VR Cover. Now, VR Cover create amazing products that sort of help with how this feels on your face. So we'll get onto that later. But for now, let's just get this thing open because I want to see, and I'm sure you want to see, how this all goes. Let's do it. First of all, we have the MetaQuest box. It's a lot smaller, and I mean really small. Similar sort of design pattern, I have the Quest 2 box, and this is the comparison. It is a bit taller and a lot narrower. It's also, I was about to say it feels lighter, but that's because there is no headset in this one because it's out. Anyway, another interesting thing, I'm actually filming this in VR as well. So if you have a MetaQuest 2, you can watch this unboxing in virtual reality with the camera that I have just there. So I've not really been looking at you, and I apologise, I'm looking at my 2D friends. But if you want to watch that, you can do that. It will be somewhere. Maybe there'll be a link below. It'll be on my channel, a VR version of this video. It won't be the full video, but just the unboxing. So let's have a little look. We got a little inside the box list here. So we've got inside the box is the Quest 3 headset, facial interface, 2 Touch Plus controllers, 2 wrist straps, pre-installed, love that, power adapter, charging cable, and 2 AA batteries. We love having AA batteries installed so I don't have to do it myself. It is sealed. Let's do that first. So going back now. MetaQuest 3. Oh, lovely. So we have a scan to start thing with your phone, and I'll do that in a second. We also have this, and this. So these are your Touch Plus controllers. You can see them just like that. Lovely. And you've got a little pull tab. So I'm thinking the batteries are probably already inside, which is nice. We'll get onto what they look like in a second. Let's get the headset out. Lovely. It looks really nice, actually. Really high quality, similar quality wise to the Quest 2, but it just sort of looks a little bit posher. It might be because it's brand new, who knows, but it looks really nice. And you've got obviously the cameras on the front there, you've got the sort of depth sensors and stuff as well. Underneath you have the IPD adjustment wheel, and then a volume rocker there, and then obviously you've got your cameras around too. We've got some little instructions on how to adjust the facial interface as well. Take that off, and we got this pre-installed stock strap, which I'm hearing bad things about. We'll try it out. We'll see how it feels for me. I think people are a bit sensitive. That being said, they could be telling the complete truth. Who knows? We also have this little pull tab box thing there, and then inside here, I'm assuming we have charging cables and all that stuff. Yeah, got a little power brick, charging cables, and some manuals. Let's just get slightly hands-on with the actual device. We'll have a little look here. We got our little peel things that we got to peel off. Now, one of the big differences between this is that on the Quest 2, I'll see if I can find my one here. So here is the Quest 2. Now this is it without the sort of facial interface. You can see lenses are obviously completely different. You've got foveated lenses versus pancake lenses. They're actually a very similar size and shape, but this sort of around it, the moulding is entirely different. You've got the little sensor to see that your face is there. But this is obviously just 2 massive lenses sticking out. On this side, you've got this nice moulding, which sort of keeps it all a bit nice and tidier. It looks a little bit better. And then your IPD wheel, I believe, will adjust that, and it sort of flexes the material as well, which is nice. Really sort of high quality, much better than the original. We also have little charging pins under there on the bottom as well. You've got your sort of speakers that sort of give you your sort of, if you don't decide to wear headphones, you can use those, and probably most time on the Quest, I think that's fine. We'll see what the speakers sound like, and I'll go over that in my review. And then I believe you can also sort of adjust this slightly They say if you want to if you have glasses, you can move this in and out. I don't know how that works. There's a little button here. So you can see if you, oh, that's the facial interface come off. It's a bit fiddly, this isn't easy, I'll be honest. Okay, I've just taken the facial interface off. So I'll try and click that back on. There's a button on both sides. So you're meant to be able to push this button and then you can stretch it out. And then you see underneath, it sort of pulls out away. So if you've got glasses, or you want it to be slightly less intense, you can do that. And then if you want to get as sort of best field of view, and get as close to the lenses as possible, you can push those in. Okay, it's a bit less fiddly once you sort of get the hang of it, but it doesn't feel, it's not the nicest thing to do, I'll be honest. But I'll get those as close as I can because I want it to be as immersive as possible. Alright, we'll move that to one side. These are your touch controllers. They feel really nice, actually. We'll just take out these little tabs so they can sort of start powering on. They're going to be looking for the headset, which isn't there. They feel really nice. Very similar in feel to the ones from the Quest 2, but obviously there's no tracking rings, which means you can sort of cross over a bit better, get a bit closer. So they're very similar to the Pro ones, but they don't have their own processors or things. They're probably not quite as heavy, but they feel really nice. Nice controllers. One nice touch that I did see on these ones, obviously you got the strap in the bottom. With the Quest 2, you have to sort of like yank this bit off to change the battery. With this one, it actually has a little push button that sort of does it for you, which is much nicer. Look at that. Press the button, it already snaps off. Much better way of doing it. Nicer for the user. There you go. Super easy. Quality of life improvement. Thank you very much, Meta. So now we get to the point where I'm going to have to start wearing this and turning it on. And I'm going to need my phone, which I'm actually currently recording this video with, which is very funny. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to use this phone up here, which I borrowed off of my wife, to film the rest of this video while I use my phone to set it up. And the quality might drop a bit, and I apologise for that. Okie dokie, here we are. So let's get this headset on and let's get it set up. And as soon as I can record, I promise you, I will start recording what I can see. But you might be stuck just looking at me, looking like an idiot for a bit. So it did say on the box, I don't know if you remember, it said scan to start. Now I'm having a feeling that that is going to take me to the app, or it's going to take me to a place where I can download the app, and I already have the app because I had a Quest 2. MetaQuest, it's opened up the MetaQuest Oculus app, and that's pretty much it. It hasn't done much else. It's just opened the app. So let's pop that down for a second. Let's fire this thing up. Power button is over here on the left side as you're holding it. Switch on, and we'll try and put this on. Okay, lovely. So it's nice and loose, and I think you tighten it by sort of pulling these two apart. It's a lot easier than the original to adjust the strap. Oh, look at that. Okay, honestly, first thing is that it jumps straight into the sort of pass-through. To describe it is like a slightly grainy version of real life. So it's like, imagine if a slightly lower resolution. Oh, my hand looked a bit crazy there. So this is how I have it at the moment. I might adjust it. I think it'll probably take a bit of time for me to get it perfect, but there we go. I keep looking into the camera trying to make sure that you can see eye contact, because it just feels like I'm looking at the camera, but I know you can't see my eyes. So that's a bit weird. Okay, so we got our controllers. So it says push the buttons on your controllers. Yeah. Our controllers are here switched on. So we've got a little picture. Picking language, adjusting the straps. Yeah, I've done that. So basically I've got this big box menu in front of me. I think because I've got this massive key light as well lighting me up, it's sort of affecting it. The rest of the room looks quite dark because it's trying to adjust this massive light. But behind me, the exposure control is actually quite good, honestly. Okay, adjust the headset to there forwards and backs to it's comfortable, and you can see the screen clearly. Yeah, it's really good actually. The field of view is much better than the Quest, considerably. Alright, just turn the wheel at the bottom of your headset just until this text is clear and comfortable to read. An IPD of 65. I think that's fine. And it would be nice if they had like a thing to like so you could get it perfect, but obviously it's much better than normal. Alright, Wi-Fi, or use a QR code from the MetaQuest mobile app. I'll do that because I have the app right here. Download, and I can see my phone. That's the most impressive thing, because I've never been able to do that before. Download the app on your device and follow the setup steps to get a QR code. What happens if here's a question. If I press the Oculus button, what happens? I want to try and record. Come on. Alright, so if I go to devices, connect new device, It's still not an option. Do I need to update the app? That's annoying. Let's see. App Store. Do I have any apps? I find it weird that I'm using my phone. That's the most bizarre thing. I do need to adjust the IPD though, because I do feel like it's a little bit... I feel like it's not quite right. If you don't know what IPD is, by the way, and I'm just like talking nonsense, IPD is like the distance between the lenses. So everyone's eyes are a slightly different distance apart. You can move the lenses to sort of match where your IPD is, and if it's slightly off, it tends to like give you headaches and stuff like that if you're wearing it for a long time. Now the thing I've noticed as well is that for example, my PSVR 2, the sweet spot is very small. This has pancake lenses, which are meant to have a much better sweet spot. Quest 2 sweet spot's pretty good. What that means is that you can sort of get away with having quite a wide IPD, so you can be off your IPD and it still looks quite good. It doesn't look blurry, but you want to make it perfect just to avoid, if you're using it for a long time, you don't get headaches and stuff. All right, what we're going to do, we're going to skip that bit. We're going to go back and we're going to do a manual like an absolute lunatic, because I don't know how to do it and I just want to get on and play. Lovely. Connected. What's this saved? Connecting, obtain IP. Connected, done. All right, there we go. That's a bit easier. Continue. Set up in the MetaQuest mobile app. So now that I'm on the right Wi-Fi, will it automatically... Oh, it's trying to do Face ID. That ain't going to work, mate. What is weird is that it's warping slightly. So, for example, my phone, it looks like it's a banana shape. So it looks like the top of it and the bottom of it is closer to me than the middle, which is a bit of a bizarre feeling. But all in all, it's not that bad. I just saw a reflection of myself wearing the headset, and it's quite funny, actually, because I'm forgetting that I'm wearing the headset. It is also updating me. I can see that it's updating me in a box over there. Updating to latest software, 2 minutes remaining. It's got a nice little avatar. Someone's apparently knowing what they're doing on the app, but it's not showing me any details of how I actually get this thing set up. Alright, continue setup. Use the mobile app to complete next steps. Plug in your headset. Okay, so I can take the headset off. Is that what you're saying? Now, I can finish setting this up somehow. It's not giving me the option. Come on, Sam. Surely I shouldn't need to like get support this early on. I already have an account, so I don't need to set up a new account. This isn't good. I'll be honest. This isn't the best setup process. I had issues the last time I set up one of these as well, but that was because I had a faulty headset. But this is upsetting me a little bit. I'll be honest with you. All right, what's this?
2 hours later.
Looking for headsets. So now it's looking for a Quest 3. Like it's actually saying that. I'll be honest. This isn't that clear. It's clear enough that I can read it, but it's not like real life. Just so you're aware, it is still a bit blurry. It's amazing in comparison to other pass-through that I've used before. Enable hand and body tracking. Yes, we'll enable that.
Welcome to your new MetaQuest.
Oh, hello.
Before you explore, let's create a boundary to make sure you don't bump into anything while you're immersed in virtual experiences.
Can you hear this? There's a giant floating Quest 3 in front of me, and they're talking to me. Make sure the volume is all the way up so you can hear too. Let's create a boundary. So I've got my controllers. I've turned hand tracking on as well, although doesn't seem to be working just yet. It's because you can't see the floor because I've surrounded myself in junk. Oh, it's doing it. Okay, so it's creating this polyagonal shape. Haha. Based on my free space, it's recommended that I choose a stationary boundary, which makes a lot of sense because I am stationary. Confirm.
Time to open your universal menu to choose what to do next.
Yeah.
Press the meta button on your controller.
Haha.
You're all set.
All right, let's record.
Discover apps, find friends, and explore.
So quickly, I'm just going to give you a little spoiler about some of my first impressions, and this particular spoiler is regarding the facial interface. Now, the Quest 3 is definitely better than the Quest 2, what that came with stock-wise. It's more fabric than sort of weird foam, and that's much more comfortable. It's still not great, it's quite abrasive. And it's not, I don't think, it's not the softest, most comfortable. It's quite grippy. It's fabric, so it might absorb it. And there's no sort of silicone thing that you can get with the Quest 2 to sort of protect it if you're going to be sharing this around. So on that note, I'd like to reintroduce this video's sponsors, VR Cover. Now, VR Cover are the first company to ever offer hygiene VR products. And they've been doing so since 2014. Now the VR cover for the Meta Quest 3 is designed to make the whole experience much more comfortable, to absorb sweat and to be easily removable so that you can take it and you can hand wash it, and then you're not sharing sweaty germs. It's also antimicrobial, which means it's not going to be passing on germs, it's not going to get all Fausty and horrible. And inside there is now a thin foam layer to make it even more comfortable on your device. You can get it in 2 colours. If you want to be a bit more subtle like me, you can go for the grey. I think that looks really nice, honestly. And what it does is it just wraps around the existing facial interface. Now if you want to be a bit more outlandish, you can go for the red, or sort of like orangey, pinky, salmony colour, and that just sort of pops off a little bit more. So if you want to have a little bit more pizzazz, that might be the option for you. But honestly, if you're the type of person who gets a bit irritated with something that's a bit abrasive on your face, this is a particularly good option, and it's easily removable and you can wash it. Now VR Cover is super kind and offering you guys at home 10% off if you add in my promo code, and that is Samuel Jones Tech Q3. It's all down in the description and the link's down there as well to go get yourself one. But guys, if you're wanting a way to have a much more comfortable and hygienic way of using your Quest 3 and being able to share it with other people as well, go check out VR Cover. And VR Cover, thank you very much for sponsoring the video. Okay, I'm recording. So if you haven't had a Quest 2 before, you get the same little red dot that shows you you're recording. But this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing my horrendously messy office. There's a hamster cage over there. Who has that in their studio? Me, that's who. My absolute mess around here, everything you can see. And I am good. You can see my like box thing here. It's got like, so I got my menu. I'm in mixed reality. It's just doing it by default. It's not put me in a world yet. So if you are new to VR, just wait, because it's gonna blow your mind once it does something. So it's just gonna keep me in mixed reality. What happens if I double tap? Whoa, okay, there we go. Okay, so it just straight up threw me into virtual reality. It wasn't like this crazy animation where everything disappeared, which is a bit sad. So I'm in this sort of weird Meta logo behind me. Lovely, okay. So, this is cool, isn't it? Very posh. Nice big city. Oh, hello. There's me over there. It thinks I'm standing, but I'm actually sat down. Oh, I'm wearing my suit. Looking sharp as you like. Oh, I can jump over there apparently. Yeah. Looking good. Oh, how good's the hand tracking? Look at that, that's good. Look, it's behind my head. Oh, nice. Okay, and then if I tap that, oh, I'm in my office. Oh, so it sort of fills up from the... Aha, okay. So one of the first things you should do, I think, when you get one of these headsets is try their first encounter. So there was one on the Quest 2, first steps for Quest 2. Still here, that's nice. But first encounters, that's going to be, I think, the way to go. And we got a bunch of different things already jumping in. First hand, I'm assuming, is another first steps type thing. But let's try first encounters first. Oh, wow. Okay, got a big logo. We're straight in VR. Some apps may ask for your spatial data. I haven't given any spatial data. You can have it though. Okay, so we've got to set up our space. Alright, what we're going to do, we're going to pause, come back into the real world, even though I was technically in the real world. It's a very weird experience, I'll be honest. We're going to pause there. I'm very excited to actually try some apps. So far, setting up experience, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. But if you're new to VR, very exciting. And if you're new to MR, we're going to wait and see, because first encounters hopefully will take us along that step. So let me move around a little bit because I need some more space, because I've boxed myself in and that's not good. And if you're watching in VR, this is the end of that. So see you next time. Okie dokie, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with a brand new hit. This is the Quest 3. Honestly, head strap, I'm not sure just yet. That initial setup was a bit funny, but let's see how we get on. So, head strap on, pull to tighten. It's easy to put on. Right, here we are, in the real world. Aha, look at this, it's scanning the room. You can see all this stuff going on. Yeah, nice. And it's suggesting that I have a room scale boundary of about this size, which might make sense when you think about it, because I've just got stuff everywhere. If I move that, maybe. But now I want to jump into this app. First encounters. Set up your space. Okay, we're going to add some furniture.
2 hours later.
Oh, we finished. Space setup is complete. Okay, let's do this. Alright, we're in. Looks like you need to rescan all your space. Relies on automated space setup function. Try scanning again. Oh, I have to start over. Okay, maybe my room is too much of an absolute tip. That it's not allowing me to do this properly. Start scanning. Okay, well this is better. Right, the automated version of this is way better. Pesky Puffians are about to flood your room. I'm not prepared, I'm not ready. Oh, that's very cool. It's like rubble's landed on the table. Oh, hello. Okay, that's just landed on the table. That's very cool. Look, he's trying to get in. Oh, he's actually breaking through. Right. Hang on, if I miss, I'm shooting holes in the... You're making a mess in here. That's mental, I can shoot like out there. Oi! My screen! What's mad is that... This is so intense. Like it's detected my screen and it's broken that apart separately from the wall behind it. I'm like shooting holes in the wall there. That is a very fun. That was very good. Let me put that down. I would say that was a really good way of jumping into mixed reality. It showed you that sort of like things jumping around, the room falling apart, and the fact that I'm like sort of halfway in VR and half not. It's a very cool way of introducing someone to actual virtual reality. I'd be excited to see someone who's not used VR play this game. I think that would be really cool. Okay, so first impressions of the Quest 3. I honestly have to say I'm pretty impressed with the whole thing. I think the setup was a little bit finicky for me. Maybe it's just the way I did it, and swapping phones and stuff made it a bit hassle. Don't have the clearest space in here, that probably doesn't help. But once it's all set up, it's pretty similar to the Quest 2. It's much more mixed reality focused. It throws you straight into mixed reality instead of that, which is quite nice, I guess. I think if you're sort of new to VR, you might want a bit more VR experience. But for someone who's been using VR for over a year now, it's quite nice having that sort of really clear pass-through. The pass-through, again, is the best pass-through I've used, especially on a standalone device. There's a little bit of warping, but it's not that noticeable when you're actually in the headset. Playing a couple of games that makes use of the pass-through has also been really sort of quite fun. And when I do my full review, which will be coming out soon, I'm going to experience a few more of those and share those in a bit more detail with you. But genuinely, that sort of mixed reality side of it is probably the main difference from the Quest 2, other than the extra graphical power. I think it's very familiar for someone who's used a Quest 2. It's not that much different. The menu's all the same. Same software. I saw a lot of things about people saying it was a little bit buggy. I haven't really noticed that, other than through the setup. It was a little bit funny. I'm yet to play some proper VR games and have a look at the graphical stuff, so we'll do that again for my full review. But so far, so good. I think my biggest pros at the moment are the pancake lenses are super clear. It's a remarkable difference from the Quest 2. Field of view is also a lot better. It'll be interesting to see how much stuff comes out and how good the mixed reality stuff is. I'm looking forward to having a look at the Lego stuff. Now, if you're upgrading from the Quest 2 to the Quest 3, is it time yet? I don't know. I am going to do a video where I go into that and break down that in a lot more detail, but to give you sort of a snippet of what I'm thinking is that this does offer more and it is better, but I think until there's more stuff out that sort of takes advantage of that and the apps have been optimized properly, it might be not worth necessarily doing it that quickly. At the moment, bearing in mind I am a day after launch as I'm talking to you right now, it's not really for me to judge whether this is going to be worth upgrading, because within a month or two, it could 100% they just cleared out loads and loads of new content and stuff like that for it, so it's hard to say. But guys, I hope you enjoyed experiencing this with me and experiencing the unboxing and stuff like that. I hope if you're looking at getting one, you are super pumped and excited. It is a fantastic device. It is very definitely better than the Quest 2 by a significant margin. I'm massively impressed with it. I'm looking forward to spending some more time with it, and hopefully you can join me for that too. So guys, comment down below. Are you pumped? Are you excited? Are you getting one? Is it ordered? Is it on the wish list? Is it on the Christmas list? And guys, if you subscribe, I will see you in the next one. Whoop!